The following program has been rated GE by the Kenya Film Classification Board. It is therefore suitable for general family viewing.
Hello viewer, welcome to Chungu cha Jamii. I'm your host Eunice Mugo. Today on the show we're talking about importance of premarital counseling. What is your take? Have you gone through premarital counseling before you got married? How was it for you? Was it educational? Was it helpful? Are you putting into practice what you went through? Send in your question, your comments across all our social media networks. That's GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. I'm not alone. I have a guest with me who is going to help us to understand better how important it is to go through premarital counseling. I will allow him to introduce himself. Welcome, guest.
Yeah, my name is Derek. I'm a pastor, Derek Msomba. Yes, I'm a pastor.
Welcome to the show, Pastor Derek.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to host you today. Today we're talking about importance of premarital counseling. Maybe to start with, help us to understand what is premarital counseling and why is it important?
Okay, before we talk or discuss about premarital counseling, first of all, we have to know what is the meaning of marriage. So many people, they say, I want to marry, I would be married, sitaolewa, sijui blah blah. But what is marriage? Kuolewa, ndoa ni nini? Biblia, as a pastor, I believe in the Bible 100%. The Bible says, a man will leave his parents. There's a sense there. There's a sense. Mtu ataacha wazazi wake. Ataunganika. Cliff eto ni more than kuunganika. And then watakuwa si wawili tena, ataungana na mke wake. Hawatakuwa tena wawili, watakuwa mmoja. Then before we talk about premarital counseling, we have to know why a man should leave his parents. Kwa nini spiritually? Kwa nini mwanaume ataacha wazazi wake aende kwa mke wake? Kuna sense watu waongelei sana hapo. Kwa sababu shida utoka wapi? Wakati kwanza hatujatoka kwa wazazi. In fact, physical inamaanisha tukiangalia msichana ndio kuja kwetu. Ni kweli? Haikumaanisha hivyo. Maanake kuna sense hapo. Anyway, as we continue to talk, nitaeleza kwanza the importance of kutoka kwa wazazi wangu niunganike na mke wangu.
That is what I want us to understand today. So that when we are talking about now the premarital counseling, you said you have to understand what marriage is.
Yeah.
So if I'm to understand what marriage is, maybe you can elaborate deeper for our viewer to understand and why also it is important when they are getting into that marriage. They first understand and they also know the importance of going for the premarital counseling. What are they going to be prepared for? Yeah.
First of all, marriage should be holy. That will be biblical.
Okay. And
that one, it will be a discussion of another day. What's the meaning of holy marriage? And then, when a man thinks of a woman, first of all, there's something called love, upendo. And then there's no true love in this world. We just say true love. Truth never change. As for example, I have a watch here. Hii ni saa. Million years to come, haitabadilika, itabaki tu kuwa saa. Truth never change. True. So first of all, watu sama na kuuliza mtu wakati nafanya counseling, unapenda huyu ndio, na unapenda huyu ndio. I know, is that true love? They say, this is true love. And sometimes mimi muuliza hivi, wakati yako peke yake, huyu ndio wa kwanza, haujaipenda mtu mwingine? Even I'm a pastor. Sema, hata kuna watu wananijua, maybe, nilipenda, na nilifikiri, I have a true love for them. Are we together? But finally, he'll change. Are we together? So, most of the marriages kuna shida kwa nini? first of all, we have illusions na kupenda. I have a true love toward you. Lakini ukiangalia nikimuuliza, ukishapenda mtu mwingine, yes. Hivi tu nampenda, yes nimpenda. Then what happened? Mliachana. You are not together, you didn't marry. Ananiambia, hakuwa wangu labda, huyu ndio wangu. Are we together? To me, it says sema, kwa sababu nili experience. Of course, kitambo, I was a boxer, I worked in matatu sector. So you know what I mean, isn't it? So nilipitia as a pastor anyway, it says danganya, watu wananijua. So marriage kitu ya kwanza watu ku understand. Kitu ya kwanza watu, why do we marry? The Bible says a good wife comes from God. Who is God? Ni kwanza tuelezee watu vizuri. That's why we need that we call premarital counseling. Kwanza tujue bibi mzuri anatoka kwa Mungu. Mungu ni nani? God is the word. Kwa neno. Are we together? Then neno inasema nini? No one is good. Hakuna mtu mwema. Tuko pamoja? So first of all, tunataka tuweke watu wakati tunafanya counseling, you are not good. She's not good. I'm not good. You are not good. Hao ni watu wawili. Biblically Mungu anatujua. Mungu anatujua is our creator. Sijijui actually. At time I may think I love you. But finally, how many divorces we have? Saa zingine wanaambiwa chukua takataka zako uende kwenyu. You are like, what? You told me you love me. I lied to you. That is the change. It means it was not genuine. Only God is love. Are we together? Yeah, that's the point. So premarital counseling needs deepness and especially spiritual matters about the Bible. What is marriage according to the Bible? Not outside the Bible. As a pastor, sometimes people, they go under counseling and these are emotions, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is not... It is good, it helps when it is practical. But most of the people, we lie. Yeah.
You've said something very crucial, that we are liars. Most of the people lie. Why do we lie to start with? Yeah. Because I'm coming from the school of thought. Yeah. If you lie, you put so much energy to keep on maintaining that lie. Whereby, if you just speak the truth, it saves you a lot of time and energy. You don't have to think, you've said something very substantial. A truth never changes.
Yeah.
A truth never changes.
Yeah.
So if I tell you the truth, it will not change. Even if you'll ask me 5 years later, as long as I said the truth, I'll not forget because that is the truth. But if I lie, you ask me a month later, I've already forgotten the lie. And I have to cook up. I'll contradict myself. Why go through so much?
Yeah. Eunice, we are not angels. Let me ask a question. Eunice, let me ask a question.
Okay.
Why did God say, thou shalt not speak a lie? Kwa nini Mungu alikuambia usiongee uongo?
Hey, Janajo, tuna go through much heartaches na energy to facilitate the lie.
No, alikuita muongo.
Yeah, ameniita muongo, but why go through that? No. From the Bible, from the biblical, yeah. I'm not.
I understand.
Disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
I'm not talking from a human nature perspective. Naturally, I'm a liar.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
But how we are growing up, understanding a lie and a truth. Why not? Why invest so much in a lie while I can invest in the truth?
Yeah. People feel insecure. If I tell the truth, maybe nitakulose. And I want to be with you in my life. I want to marry. But I feel insecure. If I tell you, for example, Eunice, let's say for example, if I tell my wife, you are my 11th girlfriend, do you think you are my 11th girlfriend? Do you think he will marry me? She will marry me?
Depends. Maybe if I want to understand, I'll ask, okay, if I'm in the 11th, what happened to the 10th? Maybe I mean, the 11th in the sense of numbers, and maybe the 10 have already died. They are no longer in the picture.
No, Miss Eunice, tuangalie hapa. Not tuongee tu openly. Ni kweli. Do you think nita feel secure nikikwambia hivyo?
Depends.
To me now, umesema tuongee kiwanadamu. Do you think nitakwambia, wewe ndio demu wangu wa 16. Haki wewe ndio utakuwa demu wangu wa 16. Na kuambia ukweli, sasa niko honest, wacha tukwambie tu honest. Do you think nitakuwa secure na kutaka?
No.
Yeah. They have to learn kwambia haki wewe ndio mwangu wa 3, wa kwanza alikuwa hivi na wa pili. Na nilikuwa nimeamua tu ni focus ama ni kaivo. You know what I mean? Vile udanganyana. Kwa sababu watu wanasema kuna msemo lakini ni uongo, yani wanasema ukiongea ukweli hautaishi na bibi. Kwa vitu kama hizo. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But at the same time, I agree to some extent.
Yeah.
What you're saying makes a lot of sense because, again, we are told, or rather, the word in the world has it that, ukisema hivyo, then you'll stay without a wife, which happens. But again, I look at it from this school of thought. If I love you, then I'd want to see you happy, right? That is the essence of saying, I love you. Or I want to see you. If you love me, you want to see me happy. You want to see me prosper.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep me, and you already know I'm not happy with you or around you because of certain reason, why are you fighting to be with me? Are you not supposed to let me free and see me be happy with someone else and see me be happy doing other things instead of holding me hostage hapa ukisema this is how you want me to be and yet I'm not in my full potential?
But madam, you see this, I want to be happy with you,
but it's not working. Don't force it.
You're making a sense, but anyway. Yeah, because we don't understand ourselves. So let's say, for example, if I lie, and then I will have you. If I speak the truth, I'll be honest, I'll not have you. So which one do I choose?
A question again.
Yeah.
You lie, you maintain me,
Yeah.
you have me.
Yeah.
You tell the truth, you lose me, you don't have me. Eventually, you still tell me the truth. What makes you think I'll stay then?
Anyway, what we say, action speaks
Louder than words. True.
Yeah. So what I say is not important. My actions are important.
So true.
Yeah.
I don't dispute to that.
Yeah.
Your actions, you said you love me. So your action has to go align with that, right?
Yes.
We're talking about those actions now. What if those actions that you're putting out for me to see, that the action you think that, if I do this, Eunice will know that I love. Your love language may not be my love language. You understand? My love language could be money. Right now with that generation. Yeah, bro, kama uniongeleshi kuhusu do, please keep off, right?
Yeah.
So my love language could be money. My love language could be gift. My love language could be, but you in the other sense, your love language is the act of services. Your love language is the affirmation. Your love language is there. Then you come to me, you're thinking I'm going to embrace that. Unaanza kuniambia, oh, I love you. Oh, I want. Oh, mpaka unanipikia. And I'm like, go get a job. You know?
But before that, then it means ungeona kitambo, we can be together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, lakini sasa, you've maintained me with a lie of, tomorrow is a brighter day.
That's why we have men divorce. So generation has changed, lifestyle has changed. Yeah.
We want to undo the divorces. That is why we're talking about now the premarital counseling. Can we get to be honest and realistic before we get into marriage? Because I look at it from this perspective. I'd rather you heartbreak me at the dating stage, at the courtship stage, rather than go to the extent of marriage, be in marriage for 2, 5, 7. Some people are getting married even for 20 years and they still divorce.
Eunice,
Why go through the pain?
Our heart changes.
I agree.
No. I may be honest, but later,
you're not.
I'm not.
That means that is your nature.
No, that's our nature, not my nature. Our nature. Even you may change. Why you see we men, even ladies, they change.
True.
Actually, I think most of them, ladies, you change a lot. I'm earning 100K a month, and then you got a man approaching you, getting $1 million a month. That can make your heart change. From loving me. That's why it was not genuine. Because truth never change. Yeah, we are living in that world. We don't understand ourselves. For example, before marriage, I may have in the heart, I want to have 5 children. You want 2. Why? Because you want to maintain your finger, your health, or you have your reasons. So that's why at time we have a counseling. But later, even though later, you may also change your mind. Oh, I need 4. And later I may change, no, I need 2 because of the economy changes. Tunaweza danganyana. Moyo uchange, si ubandilika.
No. When we look at it that way, when you say it that way, it makes a lot of sense. People change. Change is inevitable. That one goes unquestionable, right? But now, kuna zile changes zenye ziko reasonable. Zile, we can sit, negotiate and discuss. Na kuna zile you find that this is a deal breaker. For you, unaangalia unaona, this one hata kama I want to maintain it, this one is not working. You're going through a lot of heartaches, a lot of energy to maintain it. Ni kama, I'm looking at it, it's like, makaa imenyeshewa and you want to light a fire. How much time is it going to cost you kuhakisha hiyo moto ipike?
You know, Eunice, we are in different world because even the Bible itself, Paul said, it is better not to marry, not to be married. Why? He said because of the distress. He wanted to save us from that distress in marriage. He didn't marry me, I don't know, but God showed him there is a stress in marriage. So when you come together, you marry, and you start complaining. If I start complaining, many times I remember I didn't listen Apostle Paul. But he told me, if you marry, you do not sin. Hello, are we together?
Yes.
And then he said, why do we marry? He said, because of tamaa. Akasema, kama sababu ya tamaa. Listen to me. Nafikiri tuko kipindi stand deep sana kwa sababu tukonea. That akasema. So most of the time, the reason why the Bible says marry nchi nzuri ama mke mzuri anatoka kwa Biblia is when I go back to the Bible. Now, why am I complaining because of my wife? It is because I didn't listen Apostle Paul. And then he says, this stress I need also God to solve. Nataka kuwa karibu na Mungu. For example, the Bible tells me nikae na bibi yangu na wisdom. So what we need to counsel couples, especially men, wisdom. Wisdom. Kukaa na bibi lazima ukuwe na hekima, which we lack.
What is this wisdom are we talking? Could you help our viewer today? Could you help this young man who is going to get into marriage to understand this wisdom that you're talking about, this wisdom that they lack? Give us a sneak peek of that.
It's very easy. There's a point. As a weak vessel, chombo kinaweza break. Hapa kuna nyungu, kuna chungu kiko hapa. Lazima ukibeba, huwezi beba hivi. Hata inaweza katika, huwezi beba tu hivi. Inataka care. So that wisdom comes from God. That is my wife. She's weak. Saa zingine akiongea, nikikata katikati, najua ata react. So namsikiza, namaliza. Ladies, they like attention, isn't it? You then you're not a lady. Man. Yeah, you see? Then again, they need care. Hata kama si beautiful, namwambia, my wife, you are the best. Are we together? You are the best, isn't it? They need care. They are weak vessels. They can, you know what I mean? So that wisdom, we men, we lack. Nataka ukwe kama mwanaume kama mimi. So when I lack wisdom, for sure, marriage itakuwa na happiness, itakuwa na peace. Samani kusema hivyo. I'm not boasting anyway.
No. It's allowed to speak the truth.
No, nimekaa na mke wangu 16 years. 17 years. Mara tumekosana. Sijui kama ni vile tuishi sana na yeye. Of course 4 days siko home, 4 days niko job, niko huku, niko kanisani, and then 3 days ama 4 days niko na yeye. Ina depend. But mara ile tumekosana kwa hiyo miaka, nafikiri si kama ni ujinga ama haiwezi fika 10. Na tujai kosana, ile kukosana ati nasikia kumchapa kofi ama aende nifikirie kwenda. Ni saa zingine hata ni yeye tu ananiambia nilikuwa nakuenjoy, nilikuwa nakuchokoza tu, not react aje. Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Are we together?
So encouraged.
Do you know why? Because na wisdom. Na wisdom. Na najua nikificha bibi yangu pin, for example, nikimficha password ya nikiweka, actually hata simu yangu haina pin, unaenda tu direct. Na saa zingine naachanga tu kwa meza, anakuwa secure. Nikiweka wallet yangu sificha, anajua. You know what I mean? This is my partner, we are one. Are we together? So Bible nasema nikuwe na wisdom. Niko sure nikificha bibi yangu password, pin number yangu ya M-Pesa, pin number yangu kama nina account, ataanza kujiquestion, mbona ananifichanga? Are we together? I'm sorry, nikawa nimeingia deep na nimeingilia. Na sitaki kuleta shida katika chungu cha jamii. Nataka kuna mtu anaweza sema kunaendanga hivyo, lakini nasema mimi na Bible. Are we together? Nafaa kwa transparency. Ndio najua niko na wisdom. Bibi yangu anajua wakati sina pesa, nikiwa broko anajua, kwa sababu simfichangi, anajua. Na wakati nadoa anajua. Actually, guess what? Wakati bibi yangu anajua nina pesa na anajua mali iko, hata hatumii, hata kuimagine, yani anasikia tu raha, ananona. Are we together? Hakuwa happy. Yuni kama yake nimemwachia. Are we together? So that's wisdom. Kuishi na bibi. Unaweza kuwa una do. Ladies are not always a money. Naongea kuhusu me am a man. Si tu mwanamke pesa. No. Inakutegemea umemkipaji na wisdom gani. Ladies, man, Mungu aliumba kama weak vessel. Kwa nini? Can you imagine huyu ni mtu unamtenganisha na watu wao wale alimlea wazazi, anakupenda, ana move, anatoka kabisa kwao, anakuja kwenyu kukufanyanga job, akukufulia nguo, akufanyia kazi, akukuzalia watoto. You are unique, guys. I'm not praising you, but you are unique. It means hata kama sina kitu, naweza nikakumaintain.
To that extent, Pasi, I do agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe let me bring you back, kidogo, what you've just mentioned right now about being honest and being open. Yeah. So your wife knows ukiwa nayo na kama hauna,
anajua,
which is so good. But right now, the guys you're having, the men you're bringing up, I don't know who are mentoring them. I don't know who they're talking to. People talk to different people. And depending with the pains and the achievements that you've gone through in the name of relationship, you've had cases whereby a man may invest in a lady, amemsomesha, amemfanya, eventually akaachwa. So this man is wounded, right? A man has been brought up in an abusive family. This man has been brought up in that family. Anajua that is the best way to bring up a family. Right? But akitoka nje will see something different. and we'll compare and see, by the way, this is what, I wouldn't want to bring my family into this environment that I was brought up into. But already it may affect a greater chance, a greater part of him, meaning has traumas, and has those small issues might reflect in his marriage in future. Having said that, if this man has been investing in me as a lady and then end up being disappointed for a reason or the other, akona ile chuki. We are told, if you disappoint me as a man, I should not conclude that every man is of that nature. People are different. So are we women, right? That one we do agree. But sasa, when you're mentoring, right now you are having people who are mentoring and akwambia, do not invest in your woman. Do not do this. Do not put, this is for men. Don't tell your women every plans zenye uko nazo, don't. Also women, there are those things that you are told when you're in that phase of courtship, you're heading into marriage. Don't do laundry for your man. Don't be a wife material when you're still courting. And I'm like, this is the best time for you to know who are you getting. Because if I portray not doing those services, that tells you I'm not, after Nikki get into marriage, what are the chances that these things are going to change?
Okay, Madam Eunice, we are living in the last generation.
Okay.
Biblically. And I'm over 50 years. So 30 years back, I was grown up. I was over 20 years. And I could see how people lived and how ladies lived. But now we are living in a new era. Biblically, where the Bible says, generation will come, lovers of themselves. Actually, the Bible says perilous times, dangerous times. Kiswahili nasema siku za hatari zitakuja siku za mwisho. Are we together? So we are living in those last days. First is, people will be lovers of themselves. I think of myself. I don't think about my wife, my children. First me. And this already have brought marriage or marriage to become chaos. Why? I don't care. Sasa nakula nyama. I don't care whether bibi yangu alikula sukuma. This is now the generation we are living in. We have also to agree with the Bible. Because prophecy must be fulfilled. Hakuna neno moja itapita. So as a spiritual man, I can see. But because now tunataka tuongee normal tu kama human. Kila kitu inaendelea.
Pasi, allow me to cut you short.
Yeah,
and as we take a break, I want us, when we come after the break, we'll continue with this conversation. Yeah. But you've said, perilous time, we are living in that time.
Yeah.
Why are we, let me put this one on you as a pastor and as a leader. Why are you not telling our young men and women the truth? Let them understand this is what is happening. Let them have that eye that you're also having to see and to understand that this is the word and it is going to be fulfilled, so that they live in that wisdom that you're talking about.
Let me
before you answer that, I want us to take a break.
Okay, sir.
Viewer, I hope you're learning as much as I am. We are going to take a short break, but send in your question, your comments across all our social media networks. That's GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. We'll be back shortly.